Are you looking for the best graphics card? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best graphics card on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so I'll make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. AMD Radeon RX 7600. The AMD Radeon RX 7600 offers spectacular value. This gaming GPU is based on the AMD RDNA 3 architecture, which improves performance in several key areas over comparable AMD RDNA 2 GPUs. Unlike the Radeon RX 6600 XT, the Radeon RX 7600 can handle Cyberpunk 2077 at 1920 by 1080 with ultra settings, and you can even enable ray tracing with some help from AMD FSR. What's more, it can even handle some games at 2560 by 1440, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Doom Eternal. Across a lot of our tests, this affordable gaming GPU wasn't far off the performance of the Radeon RX 6700 XT and nvdia GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, while being well ahead of the GeForce RTX 3060. It's also generally quicker than the pricier GeForce RTX 4060 in games without ray tracing. The only feature it lacks is AI frame generation tech, which NVIDIA has with DLSS 3. Read our full AMD Radeon RX 7600 review for more information about this affordable gaming GPU. How we test graphics cards at Custom PC. We've been reviewing the latest graphics cards since 2003, and our game tests include measuring the average and 99th percentile frame rates in Cyberpunk 2077, Doom Eternal, and Metro Exodus, all with and without ray tracing. We also test with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. For more information, see our How We Test page. Number 2. AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT. Thanks to some seriously aggressive pricing, AMD has produced a real winner with the Radeon RX 7800 XT. For just $499, you get a supremely powerful GPU, along with 16 GB of memory attached to a 256-bit memory interface. In non-technical terms, this means it has loads of room to breathe. It's massively faster than the GeForce RTX 4060 Ti, and its VRAM configuration enables it to run memory-intensive games at high settings. You can run Doom Eternal at Ultra Nightmare settings with ray tracing enabled on it, which you can't do on the RTX 4060 Ti. This killer GPU undercuts the RTX 4070 by $100, and it's significantly quicker in practically every test that doesn't involve ray tracing. It can also handle ray tracing well in a number of games and beats the last-gen GeForce RTX 3080. It's a shame AMD currently has no frame generation tech to rival NVIDIA's DLSS 3, but this is otherwise a great sub-$500 GPU if you can't run to the cost of the RTX 4070. Read our full AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT review. Number 3. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 delivers fantastic performance 2560 by 1440, and it's amazingly power efficient too, with our test system drawing just 369W from the mains. In particular, its ray tracing frame rates are superb, and its support for DLSS 3 really gives it an edge in highly demanding games. Enable this AI frame generation tech and you can even run Cyberpunk 2077 in its new overdrive mode. The Asus Dual GeForce RTX 4070 card we tested is a great example, being available for just $599 and only needing a single 8-pin PCIe power plug. Read our full NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 review for the full story. Number 4. AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX. Not everyone wants to turn on all the fancy lighting and shadows that come with ray tracing, especially when there's such a massive performance penalty attached to it. If your priority is getting smooth frame rates at 4K, but you're not too fussed about ray tracing, then AMD's Radeon RX 7900 XTX is well worth considering. With a price that undercuts the GeForce RTX 4080 and rasterization performance that's in front of it, AMD has cut out an attractive market slot for the Radeon RX 7900 XTX. Also, while AMD still can't catch NVIDIA's latest GPU tech on ray tracing and AMD's fledgling AI frame generation tech is still underwhelming, the Radeon RX 7900 XTX still has much more ray tracing power than previous AMD GPUs, performing similarly to NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. Read our full AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX review to see all the details and test results. Number 5. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. The GeForce RTX 4090 shows how 4K gaming should be done. It annihilates the competition and its predecessors, making settings that were previously impossible achievable, including 240 FPS plus frame rates at 4K with ray tracing enabled. The new tech this gaming GPU brings to the table is also mightily impressive, with DLSS 3 AI frame generation making demanding games such as Cyberpunk 2077 run at over 100 frames per second with settings that look incredible. This tech is already supported in several other big titles as well. Few people will be able to afford one of these flagship cards, but if you have plenty of cash, it's undoubtedly the best 4K gaming GPU. Read our full GeForce RTX 4090 review for more detail on this monster GPU.